Working Class Beer Reviews is looking at Bell's Two Hearted IPA. Go ahead and open this, talk about it. I have had this before, and you're going to say, Caleb, Jeeping Foodie, is this working class? I'll tell you what, that's why I bought this one can instead of a six-pack, because the six-pack, six-pack is expensive. It's like 12 bucks. Turn that around so you can see it. So I bought this can for like $2.50 at a liquor store here in Sedalia, discount liquor, and I think that's where I bought it. I can't remember exactly. I've actually had this for quite a while. So this is 7% ABV out of Comstock, Michigan. So honestly, I know I have a few other American lagers that are available to me that I have yet to review, and I will get to those, but I'm running out because the availability is getting so low and distribution is getting so narrow that it's just a repeat of all the same things. So I'm having a hard time expanding my catalog. So I'm gonna have you're probably gonna see a lot more single craft brews, especially as they start releasing these individual flavorings and stuff like that. So according to their website, the Bell's Two Hearted, it's bellbeer.com. Flavor profile is citrus, grapefruit, and pine. Named after fishing waters in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, Two Hearted is an American IPA brewed and dry hopped with 100% Centennial hops. One style of hops, Centennial hops. Beloved by long-time and new craft beer drinkers, Two Hearted is an iconic ale that's perfect for any occasion. Category: fall mix pack, IPA variety pack, mix pack year-round. So they do sell it year-round. 7% ABV. Shelf life 6 months. I've never actually seen a company disclose that. I think that's actually kind of cool. And with 7%, and especially in a can, now bottles would be fine too, but I bet it honestly can go longer than 6 months. But with IPAs, the longer you go, the hoppiness goes down. But that's actually by style, it was designed that way. So, but if you're a hophead that just wants that explosion of hop flavors, then you want to drink it as fresh as possible. But if the hop factor isn't all you're after, you could probably age this for a little longer than that, and it'll be fine. Because honestly, there's some squirrels back there having a good time. The hops will actually preserve it. That's what the whole purpose. Hops is preservative. So nutritional information. Calories. This is for probably a 12-ounce serving. 212 calories. That's a lot. Carbs. 16.7 for a single serving. That's a decent amount. IBUs is 60. So that's pretty fair for a IPA. Gravity is 1.065. I have no idea what that means. I know gravity affects strength and all that stuff. Available packages: 6-pack 12-ounce, 6-pack 12-ounce bottle, 6-pack 12-ounce can, on draft, 5-liter mini keg, and 12-pack of variety. Recommended glassware is a nonic pint. So that's like your British Guinness or Bass type pint with, like, it's fluted out and it's got a little rib in the middle to help retain the head. That's actually nonic pint is what they recommend. This is off the Bell's website. They've got food recipes and stuff like that. So one more reference. I've been topping this off and looking at it. I can't wait to dig into this. You know what? I broke down, went to Beer Advocate because this beer is so highly regarded, and I'm not looking for a slant. I'm just looking for the most information possible. So there's enough check-ins on here. Score of 95 on Beer Advocate. That's pretty good. And this is, I mean, Bell's is still, as far as I know, is a family-owned company. But as far as a craft beer company, it's pretty highly regarded. So 100% Centennial hops from the Pacific Northwest, named after the Two Hearted River in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. The IPA is bursting with hop aromas ranging from pine to grapefruit, from massive hop additions in both the kettle and the fermenter. See, look at that information. They didn't even say that on the website. Perfectly balanced with a malt backbone and combined with the signature fruity aromas of Bell's house yeast. This beer is remarkably drinkable and well suited for adventures everywhere. So, and if you wanted to look at the reviews, you can. So what do we have here for appearance? We have a good head retaining. It's spongy looking, large irregular bubbles. You get a lot of floating sediment in here. I mean, it's not clear. It's not unfiltered though. It's not like an unfiltered wheat where you get those large chunks, but there's a decent amount of sediment in there. And I know I have a sweaty glass. This is not a chilled glass. This is just the beer was in the fridge. So, yeah, decent appearance. What would you say that? Orange to copper appearance. The sun's going down. It's getting the evening here in mid-Missouri. It got up in the mid to upper 80s today in late September, so we've been having a nice strong Indian summer. So what do we get on the aroma? They said pine to grapefruit. I get the piney hops in the aroma. It's not overly strong aromatic. It's not overly aromatic. I'm getting my nose way. I'm surprised I'm not like coming up with foam. I can feel it. Yeah, so it's a mild pine aroma. A little bit of sweetness in the aroma. So let's get a taste. All right. Yeah, there is maltiness to it. There is what they described as a backbone. That's what I get. It's like, it's not like it just kind of fades out with the hoppiness. No, it's like a malty, almost like a pale ale in its feel and flavor profile. But the 60 IBUs, honestly, you wouldn't guess that by tasting it. And let's see, there's a date. It's like a Julian code, so I can't really read it. And the stamping is smeared. So this is a few months old. I will say that. Within the 6-month mark, it might be within the 6-month mark. This is a 19.2 ounce can. Some people, carbonation's already getting to me. Some people call these stovepipe cans. That's what a lot of the craft beers, New Belgium's doing it, Goose Island's been doing that. And honestly, if you're gonna check out a craft beer but you don't want to shell out the whole price for a 6-pack or something, or a variety pack, this is the way to go. Maybe, I don't know if the price per ounce is better, but if you just want to try it once, this is a fair deal, I'd say. Because I want to say $2.50 is what I paid for this. That's way cheaper than what you pay at a bar or at a restaurant. You'd probably be paying $5-6 for a pint, and this is over a pint. So still a good deal in my opinion. So you're probably going to see a lot more of these. You know, I might buy a 6-pack here and there of something that I can find. Right now, for a craft beer, $9.99, $10 is pretty much become the benchmark. I don't like it. It's not fair. But people got to do what they got to do to keep things going, you know. Yeah, I'm starting to get more. The bitterness is lingering. So the longer it sits, you let it sit and you sip on it. So it's a medium to heavy mouthfeel because it allows it to linger. Because if it was a light mouthfeel, it wouldn't linger. It would be a clean palate. No, my palate doesn't. This is something that wants to stick around. It's meant to stick around. You're meant to enjoy the flavor. 7% is pretty good. For an IPA, I think 6% is a good baseline. You get below that, that's kind of a weak IPA. You're getting, pale ales. Most pale ales are like 5.5, 5.6, something like that, in the mid fives. So 6% and above is good for an IPA, because I think it's good to have that malty backbone to work with the sweetness, or with the hoppiness, the bitterness. You need that sweetness to kind of work along with it. You don't want, obviously if you're a hophead and you just love that, like, that sensation of just that hoppiness just blowing you away, by all means go for it. But this is a very well balanced, and I'm sure if I did some research, this thing is probably award winning, and I almost guarantee you this thing's award winning. So yeah, it's actually very well balanced for what it is, and that can be hard to find sometimes, especially in this day and age where everything has to be, bigger, better, stronger, louder, whatever it is. But as far as, to me, this tastes like a good traditional IPA. Probably more along the lines of American IPA. If you want to go British IPA, they actually may not be that strong in ABV. And look at the history of what an IPA was. And I know I've talked about this in videos. They were meant to endure a long trip without spoiling. So that's what the extra hoppiness was for. So by the time it reached the destination, IPA, India Pale Ale, so India, the Indies, all that, it would have subsided a fair amount. But it would probably still be hoppier than a normal pale ale. So it was a hoppier version. Now, if you drink it fresh, though, obviously that's where you get that kind of like explosion of hoppiness, because that's, that's fresh into the barrel. And I think that's where the West Coast IPA craze came from. Then you got the New England IPAs, which are like these completely unfiltered. They look like Tang, like orange juice, Tropicana looking stuff. And honestly, I do drink some craft beers, but I didn't see a whole lot of those until New Belgium started doing some hazy stuff. But I've seen some accounts on Instagram where these guys, that's all they drank was these orange juice looking things, and that's all it was. So, but this is right up my alley. I do like this a lot. I won't probably buy this on a regular basis, but if I see this stovepipe can here, I'll probably pick this up every so often, because, for what it is, for a high-class beer, for a high-ranked and valued beer, I think it's a fair price. And, because sometimes you can see some of these things, it'll be $5 or more. Not of this brand, but other styles. I'm like, what a ripoff, So for what you're getting, I think you're definitely getting what you paid for. And I think that's a winner, in my opinion. Take another. Yeah, so now that I've drank past the head, I can get some of that maltiness. The head usually has all the hoppy aromas in it. So yeah, I get the malty sweetness in the smell. I get over the roof of my mouth there. Yeah, good amount of maltiness, but you still get that bitterness. I like it a lot. I would recommend this to anybody that hasn't tried it. If this is up your alley, this is your style, this should be in your catalog of things to kind of rotate every so often. I've never seen any other, well, I take that back. I think they've had a chocolate stout or a chocolate ale or something like that, Bell's, some sort of winter selection. So I've seen other Bell's products, but not recently. It's been a good long while. So when I think of Michigan beers, I think of Bell's. I think of Founders. I think Founders is in Michigan. There's probably some, you're getting close to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and all that. There's a lot of stuff that I like, Stroh's and Blatz. That I'm guessing they still make those. I think those are up in the northern Midwest. and I would love to get a hold of any of those. So if any distributors are watching this, which I doubt, which would be Grellner, it does the Miller, Coors, and Pabst distribution here in our area. If you can get a hold of some of those other Pabst brands, catalog type stuff, I would love to try it, because I need to get some more working class type stuff that's on the more affordable end. But anyway, thanks for listening and thanks for watching. Highly rated beer. It does live up to the hype. And if you don't feel like buying a whole 6-pack, if you can get a hold of a single, definitely worth it. You're gonna spend as much as a double cheeseburger to get it. So yeah, I think it's a winner. So I appreciate you guys watching this video. Let me know in the comments of your opinion on this beer, or the style, or any other beers I've mentioned in this video, and I will see you guys later.